And these challenges that you face, they're going to do their best to take you down. Do not let them.
I joined the Coast Guard basically to figure out what I wanted to do when I grew up. 28 years later, I retired. Only joined for 4 years, but it was so good I stayed. And it was all centered around helping people, supporting the people who are out on the boats and everything. And I've served on 2 medium endurance cutters, did drug patrols and migrant migration. I married the love of my life, Becky Farrell. We've been married for almost 24 years now. 15 years ago, we were living in Shiloh, North Carolina, in Camden County, which, as the girls referred to, was out in the middle of a cornfield.
Tell me about some of the darkest times in your life.
A lot of it was depression, that I didn't realize I was depressed. I was trying to handle issues by myself, internally. I was wrapped up in payday loans and had bounced a couple checks. But the payday loans are just plain bad. Right. On the day of my suicide attempt, that was the farthest thing from my mind. I was on my way home to talk to my wife and family about the financial issues I was having and to come up with the right way to figure out how to get out of it. Next thing I remember, I was about 10 minutes away from home. I was laying on the ground on a backcountry road in North Carolina. I had shot myself in the chest and cut my wrists. I really realized that I was going to live when I was going underneath the emergency room sign. I knew it wasn't going to be an easy road, but at that point I knew he wasn't done with me and I wasn't going to give up the fight. It was pretty tough to begin with before I could even talk to her because letters started coming in. Default on the payday loans, bounce checks, stuff like that. I was so wrapped up in it I didn't know how far down I was. When it all came out, it was more than a few $1,000s. As soon as my wife figured out what was going on, she called my warrant officer at MSO Hampton Roads, and he called the mutual assistance officer, and they talked, and they were able to figure out what the best course of action was. Once my wife was sure that she got all of the bills in, she took those bills to the warrant officer. He went to the mutual assistance, and we were able to get the interest-free loan, and we're able to pay it back over a longer period of time at a rate that wasn't gonna hurt us. It saved us financially. It saved us from financial ruin. I quickly realized that I was given a unique opportunity to be a second chance at being a father, being a husband, being a shipmate, being a friend. I was able to make change because of the help of mutual assistance. Within 5 years of my attempt, we were able to buy a house, buy our first house. It wasn't easy, but we worked our way back through it.
As the Coast Guard's own financial aid society, CGMA is dedicated to offering great programs and timely financial assistance to the entire Coast Guard family.
What advice would you give to somebody who's having some financial difficulty?
Simply, don't be afraid to ask for help. It is not a sign of weakness to ask for help, especially if you're going through depression or financial issues that are causing anxiety and depression.
I want you to know that no matter where you are in life, no matter how low you have sunk, no matter how bleak your situation, this is not the end.
Talk to somebody. Talk to anybody. I had a huge circle of support. I just didn't ask. And I think if I had asked, a lot of this would have been different. I I wouldn't be here if it weren't for mutual assistance playing a huge part in that.